I'm staying on the markets and economics with tenured economics professor Peter Morici joining us now. Is it that simple? The market believes that Europe just dodged a bullet, dodged financial chaos, and therefore sent the markets up. Is that what's happening?
The financial markets like stability. They like the euro, so they like Macron. Le Pen would have simply had to do better in the first round to be serious about betting on her to win. She's got an awful lot of ground to make up. I know polls can be wrong, but the margins are so large, 2 weeks is a very short time to close that distance.
We call him a centrist, Macron, but he's a former investment banker, I think, and I think he's calling for cuts in business taxes. So the man is, I would call him centre-right, which I guess is something to cheer about in a French presidential election.
Well, I mean, center-right in Europe is tough to be, and I think that's where you put him. You have to remember that, you know, France, like so many other places, has terribly high taxes, a terribly interventionist government, and to be even talking about cutting taxes, you know, is really a positive thing for the French economy. They need less government. They need more people.
Okay, let's talk about what President Trump said. I think it was late last week. He said, we're going to get tax reform. Roll tape.
We will be having a big announcement on Wednesday having to do with tax reform. The process has begun long ago, but it really formally begins on Wednesday, so go through it. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, Peter, I think that is a message to the Republican Party. Hey, get it done. What say you?
That is a message to the Republican Party, but Trump has to be honest. For every $100 billion he cuts taxes, he's going to get some growth, maybe an additional $60 billion in GDP, $100 billion. He's not going to get, you know, enough additional growth to make up the whole tax cut. He has to admit that this will increase the deficits if he is indeed really cutting taxes, if it's not revenue neutral. If it's revenue neutral, it's going to be tough to make it pro-business.
What about the idea, maybe this is my idea, that the president focuses on a narrow tax cut for corporations and a cut in the tax rate paid by corporations bringing money back from overseas and the tax revenue going to infrastructure? Sounds complicated, but that is the most simple and I think the most doable of all the tax plans. Again, what say you, Peter?
It's a very doable plan, and I think we could do a lot inside of that by just simplifying the corporate tax system to get the top rate down. Again, to do more than that, he needs either border tax adjustments or to accept a bigger deficit. That's one thing. The second thing is he's got to do something for these limited liability corporations.
Yeah. Because
so many taxes are paid through there. He has to lower their top rate. All that creates a bullseye for the Democrats. It becomes very difficult to get Democratic votes. And remember, it expires after 10 years if it increases the deficit, if he doesn't get a 60-vote majority in the Senate. If he does it through reconciliation, it'll be like the Bush tax cut. And I'd hate to see him do something that sunsets. Because when we talk about corporate taxes, if there's one thing I agree with Gary Cohn, is it has to be permanent to have effect,
to
have impact.
I've got 20 seconds left. Handicap it for me. You think we get any kind of tax cut this year?
Better than even chance for some kind of tax cut.
Got it. I think the market will like that. Peter Morici, thank you very much indeed, sir. We'll see you soon. Thank you.